And I am sorry that I have to get on this podcast and fiercely defend my brother, my friend, an older gentleman, a mentor to me personally through his music that he has created and his whole entire band that through him saying, claiming the Lord's name in a pop rock platform. He said, Jesus. I'm talking about Skillet here. And the fact that people are claiming that they are satanic, and I'm here to fiercely, without cussing, defend Skillet's honor, as well as relationship that I know they have. And man, like this song, O Come Emmanuel. This is the first time Skillet has really all out made a worship type, like for real, in the sphere of trying to get it on the rock radio and stuff, man. Like big time, just coming out and boldly professing their faith through a song like this. And what are you guys doing in response to it? Come on, guys, women. I saw a woman. I'm gonna name her because she has an online presence, and I left her a comment. No, her name's Isabel Brown, and she has about 143,000 subscribers, and she made a video one day ago, mind you, and it has 171,000 views. Talk about is Skillet making satanic music this Christmas? I'll be honest, I did not watch the video, but the thumbnail and from the comments I inferred she really was bearing false witness and sin against John Cooper and his band Skillet, which is not necessarily I'm calling her bad or saying she's satanic or that she's even wrong or that there's anything that I have against this woman. I don't have anything against this woman. I just want to restore her and tell and ask her please to reconsider your situation and your influence and what you have come up with in the context of finally the culture is shifting, man. That's why Skillet did this. You see there's a pattern when popular culture reflects the climate, the social climate. Jesus, there's becoming an awakening, what you would call like an outpouring of the Holy Spirit on young people and people who didn't believe, because things are changing in the world. There's a whole technological revolution, and we need Jesus. We need him more than ever. We are going to be plunged into chaos with the advancement of AI and these bad actors, and just if you don't believe in the Lord, believe in chaos, because obviously there is bad things that can happen. So that's an absolute. If you can wrap your mind around the concept that there's absolute fucking worst possible thing that can happen to you, it's not even possible, is it? The bad things that can go wrong in your life. Then how do you explain if that's possible? This is how I was saved. I was saved by grace through faith, but I was also saved through becoming so impossibly tormented that I knew there had to be a God, man. If there was a devil, there was a God. So I know that works for non-believers, and riddle me that, please. Tell me. If you can go all the way to the worst possible reality, and you can actually live in a false reality, and even it's becoming messed up, man. I don't want to have to go back to my song Digital Reality and tear out old wounds, like open scars and stuff, like Skillet and Papa Roach when they were on tour together. And Papa Roach is cool, man. And he was on tour with Skillet, and they came to my town, Bloomington. I went to that show when I was like 21. And you know how raw that is? Raw, awesome. I'm telling you, Skillet is not satanic. They are strong. You know, if you have a mental, emotional, spiritual imagery, if in your mind Skillet is demonic and giving you hell, instead of publicly witnessing to that stuff, and there's a difference between witnessing to the reality, saying, look, in my mind, this is what I see happening, and just all out condemning somebody, calling them bad. There's a difference in reality. There's a difference in how that is, because like a man is not necessarily he might do something dumb. He might, for the love of God, Skillet might do a satanic thing. That's okay. He's forgiven for that. Don't do it again. Sin in the past is forgiven when you repent. As a Christian woman, you should know that. Why is Skillet beyond redemption? Why does Skillet have to be satanic? When the whole pop culture revolution is turning to the Case of Christ investigation, I mean, really it is. And we need to be a lot more kind. And as Christians, what are we jealous of, hon? Here, what are we trying to achieve? Putting down a song called "O Come, Emmanuel." What are we trying to achieve, man? I don't know why you think that there's like some corrupted. I get it, there's a deceiver. But there's a difference between a deceiver and just believing somebody when they say something, man. Why would Skillet go through all that trouble when they could be a heavy metal, death metal band? If they wanted to make death metal and talk about hell and shit in America, you know how many people do that? Skillet's talking about they don't even cuss in their music. If they wanted to, they would just come real with it. They don't need to. I'm here to fiercely defend Skillet. I'm saying their song "Say Goodbye" has so much personal significance to me in my life. I would fight. I would go to war. I would die to preserve the honor of what that song represents to me. Honor is synonymous with worth. I'm saying to preserve what that song is worth, what it represents, is something very valuable to me, man. And I love that song, man. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Say Goodbye. Don't say goodbye, 'cause I don't wanna hear those words tonight. 'Cause maybe it's not the end for you and I. And although we knew this time would come for me and you, don't say anything tonight if you're gonna say goodbye. Yeah, that stuff, man, it makes me cry, man. How much I fucking love that song. Hey, you guys need to lay off Skillet. They are not evil, man. That's preposterous. The whole pop culture situation is turning to Jesus. Pop culture. Jesus is a revival, man, in the world. And young people and non-believers, people are turning, people are believing, they are coming to a grasp. They're wanting to read the Bible. They're wanting to go to church and really understand what is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Jesus that everybody talks about. Is he real? Did he live? Did he do these things that we've heard before? Walk on water, turn water to wine, man. Did he feed 2,000 people with with 4 fish and a loaf of bread? Did he do that? And when they discover through cracking the Bible open and going to John, I don't think it's no coincidence that I said John Cooper, the Gospel of John, the disciple, John the Baptist, John the Baptist. They look in John, man, and they read. There was a wedding, man, and Jesus was there. And it's not because Jesus wanted to party. It's because like for the glory of the necessity at hand is why he turned water to wine, man. He wasn't doing it to get drunk. People are crazy. He was doing it because it needed to be done. And if he didn't get this miracle, if he didn't feed these folks at this wedding with the what he did miraculously at a wedding, he did this. In John, it talks about Jesus turned water to wine. This isn't my friend Ryga. He said hyperbole. He said this ain't hyperbole, man. This really happened. He was at a wedding, and he made a miracle happen. You should believe in that, because if you can just believe in your heart, I'm saying love. If you can believe in love, that hate exists. So obviously, the hypersensitive overestimation and gross underestimation of how strong love is in comparison with the hate that you feel against you and the love you could have in favor and in support of you, if you will believe that Jesus is the incarnation of love in and of itself, the divine, the enlightenment of mankind, which if 1.2 billion people say he is, guess what? Figure it out, man. 1.4 billion. Actually, I think there's 1.4 billion Bible reading Christians on this planet. It's more than any other religion, and furthermore, Judaism and Islam are the next two, and they believe in the same God. How can that be? That the 3 major religions all worship the same God? You know, the Skillet, man, I cannot believe that people are really turning against Skillet. I'm talking about good people. I'm not here to blow sunshine farts, man. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to fabricate an imaginary story and act like Skillet has never done anything wrong. And I haven't ever even. I've had problems with Skillet. Okay, I'm a man. John's a man. I'm saying my mental, emotional, spiritual mind. I'm being honest. I'm being real. I'm being raw with the truth. I have visual imagery of me actually clashing and fighting Skillet. And you know what? John's tough. He has a whole band and a whole name in the context of being worldwide known. And he can whoop. He whooped me. And you know what? As much as me and John have butted heads, I'm saying he might even not know who I am, never heard of me. But spiritually speaking, I have understood this man's soul in my own mental, emotional, spiritual mind, which can vary widely different between person to person. But to me, and I can't speak directly for Mr. Cooper and say he thinks this way or that way. You know, I hate to get so personal too. I just felt something like I've been going on too much about this personal concept, and it might not be too pleasing to the higher power, that I may be making assumptions and having expectations of my audience and things like that. That they believe me, and they might not do their own what you would call what would you call that when research. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. You should do your own research into the matter, and watch some podcasts with these people. And I don't believe everything you hear on the internet. You know, this Isabel Brown lady, she looks pretty perfect. I can't lie. Looks like the perfect Christian, devoted, excellence in her eyes, bright looking woman. She could be computer fabricated, man, saying this stuff. Are you kidding? Think about it. John Cooper has been around forever. He's been on TV for the last fucking... I cuss. I'm sorry. I admire the brother. I'm not a sickle fan. I'm not going to go out here and protest and stuff, but I am going to aid and assist a brother in Christ like that, man. Anyway, I've gone on and on reckless love for the situation that I have such feelings for, man. I have like genuine feelings about this band. It's always been there for me. I'll be like, they really hold a significant position. I like pop music, you know. I like pop rock, and having a Christian pop rock organization. They're not even a band. They're a whole movement of the Christianity and rock culture. And to have that, and have such potent lyrics and fire and fury songs and stuff like that. Do you know how good that is? How good that feels? That's so good. It's not evil. It's good. It feels good to know that these guys are in prominence. These guys are in they're in a position to really help people, and they do help people. And I don't know if this Isabel Brown girl who got so many views on her page is even a real person. I assume she is. I don't want to bear false witness and come up with what's it called, conviction before investigation. But to be all honest, I have no idea what's real and what's fake, and I am just severely, fiercely encouraging you guys to not believe everything you see on the internet. And this woman with her post got entirely too much attention. One day ago, it's already up to 141,000 freaking people watch this video. You know how many people watch my stuff? 20, 30. I still make it. You know why? Because for those 20 or 30 people, they might hear something that I say, and it might affect them in a positive way. I might reach more people than that. I don't know really how many people I reach near and far. I know probably there's an underground situation. I'm not claiming that I'm underground. In a musical sense, that there is that side of me, the underground rap and things like that, you know, that me on the streets and things like that, the high, secretive, that make me demonic? No, doesn't. Makes me a real person. Just because I'm well known on the streets, does that make me demonic? Huh? I've got a lot of things wrong with me, man. I'm not a perfect person. Nobody is. Jesus was as close to perfect as you could get. What they do to him? The uber religious. I'm taking it back to the Bible. The Pharisees, man. The religious lawgivers. The law enforcement. The Pharisees, man. The people who in their righteousness, I'm not saying it was self-righteous. I'm saying they were the religious sect at that time. Jesus had an adversarial, I would say, based upon the instances that he interacted with these Pharisees. It's safe to say that it was combative at times, and they were religious, man. They had all these rules and that they followed and that they lived by. And and what I'm saying is that the Most High is not just because of rules, man. It's not to follow rules. That's not the concept of why we have a law, so you can enforce rules. It's what the rules represent. It's what the rules protect. It's a deeper reality behind the word. It's not even a word, let alone a rule. A rule is just a word, and a word is just a signpost to a deeper reality that can only be experienced, man. That's enlightenment. Once you realize that everything is just energy. Rules are just protection of energy, man. And we are not meant to enforce a series of words upon the constraints of our fellow man. We're supposed to protect people from being tortured and tormented and put through all this bullshit that I personally have gone through so much of. That's what the law is there for. It's protecting me as well. I have a home right now because the law protected me. That's the only reason I'm not outside. Because of the law, man. Because the police showed up when a property manager, you call him a landlord, it's well documented. Go back in my catalog. Go to the landlord situation. Go ahead. Get on my page, my music page. Go to the 3 dots, ticket, go to search, type in that little search bar, landlord situation, and listen to that podcast, man. Bet it don't shock you that what this property manager really did. Pushed me down a flight of stairs, tried to kill me. I'm still in the same apartment, man. Screw him, man. That's all I have to say about him, but as far as this Isabel woman, don't get me wrong. I am not here to call a woman wrong and blame her and shame her and say that this is just a bad thing she did and she's a Pharisee and she's this horrible fucking person. Oh, I'm cussing again, doggone it. Doggone it, I gotta stop cussing. I'm trying to talk about these gentlemen who do not cuss, and I feel bad when I say cuss words. But this woman, Isabella Brown, is not bad. She just needed gently corrected and placed back on the right path, in my humble opinion. But maybe in her mental, emotional, spiritual situation of a person, in her mind, that skillet is a demonic force that messes with her, man. They might be. To her, they might be. If that is so, then let it be. Pray for the woman. Pray for Skillet. Everybody pray for everybody. That's what we're called to do. We're called to love each other, love the Lord with all our mind, heart, soul, spirit, power, and pray for one another. Pray good things over one another. Talk to the Lord about your neighbor and ask the Lord to provide and protect and co-create energy and love for that neighbor of yours, man. That's what the Lord wants to hear. He doesn't always constantly want to hear about you and your problems. He wants to hear about the ways you want somebody else to prosper. That's what the Lord really wants to hear, because he knows it's better to give. He wants good for you, but the good is not just acquiring all this worldly crap and shit. It's being a loving neighbor. It's about having Christmas this year with your family and not going just because you have to, man. Going because you care about the people. It's about the love in between, and deliberately explicitly, even at times, love explicit. Love can be explicit at times. I'm not saying with your family. I'm saying a husband and a wife, explicit love, man. I said that. Is that bad? Am I satanic? No, I'm not. It's just what happens. This is an adult page. Love explicit, man. That's a good title for a song. Love explicit. But anyway, that's just me rambling about stuff. But yeah, man, God want to hear you say good things about other people. He doesn't want to hear you say negative things, and you personally be the one in control of the damnation of other individuals. Like you have some kind of foresight into what they do. Like God knows what they do. He sees everything. If he wants to, when he wants to, all the time, everything he wants to do can just control himself. I believe is what I would assume. Maybe he's constrained by something. I really don't know. There's good and evil. I know that's a constraint. Well, let's talk about it. Let's theologically get into this stuff, man. Respectfully, a theologian and another theologian shouldn't be throwing chairs at each other. They should be bonded through love, man. That's what it calls throughout all the Abrahamic religions, to love each other. And I keep seeing someone in my mind. Every time I say love, I'm seeing this warrior, man, this warrior way leader, man. I'm seeing Rick, who I talked about. Every time I start talking about deep peace, I'm making his energy, man, his forgiveness is what I feel from Rick in this podcast. I'm saying I feel a lot of forgiveness, a lot of love, and a lot of compassion, and a lot of deep respect and admiration for what I'm saying, and I also feel it back toward him and his boys, and that's love, man. It is. And that's all I got to say, really. I'm going to go for just 2 more minutes and 30 seconds so I can get the full 30 minutes out. But yeah, man, Miss Ledger in the band Skillet has been just the most solid and artistic expression. And her belting out these powerful lyrics. Come on, man, they are not in the slightest. You gotta realize it's not just John that's in the band. You got Jen, you got Corey, you got their guitarist, man. You got 4 rock stars and their whole empire that they've created around them, man. That's all good, man. If it makes you feel good, it is good. There's good in the world. Skillet is good. There's not much better than a Skillet. I mean, there's my music, which I may be slightly biased. I think my music is a potent mix of raw lyrics, raw guitar, but also deeply emotional and deeply positive and also deeply strong in the protection of my fellow people that I love dearly. I put all of my strength from my songs in fierce defense of Skillet. That's what I do. I take all that energy that I've accumulated through my come up, my streets, everything I am, that I have from over here. I have family. Over here I have social workers. Behind my back in the past I have the warrior way. Even ahead of my future, I know I'm going to have stuff. Warrior poet maybe. All of that stuff, the culmination of what I have become on this earth. And I'm saying specifically, Skillet, John Cooper, Jen Ledger, Skillet, John's wife, in defense of who they have become. And their song, "Oh Come Emmanuel," is good. That's all I want to say about this situation. And really, that's all I got. It's about at 30 minutes. About $20.50. So thank you for your time and your attention, and love and respect dearly all of you guys. Peace and devotion out.